Good morning, dreamers. Yeah, they're not doing anything crazy today. I just really like this mug. Yeah, and yeah, you do get it from your children. My parents are lunatics. I'm just joking around. Happy Wednesday. Sitting at the other end. Jimmy was doing sign language yesterday, so everything's weird in my kitchen right now. But welcome. I'm glad you're in my kitchen. I'm so glad you're here. It looks like it's going to be a good day. Not snowing. What do they say about March? In like a lion, out like a lamb? It wasn't really lionessy, except for maybe the calm prowl part of a lioness for the beginning of March, but it's been a great month so far, and there's only a few hours to go. So, Wednesday of Holy Week, for those of you in the Christian tradition, what we remember happening, or what we attribute to happening on the Wednesday, um, is that Judas is working behind the scenes, doing the money exchange because he's about to betray Jesus. And he's basically putting in a quote for for the work he's about to do. And he's willing to take the same amount of money you'd pay for a slave. Um, so he's working on betraying, he's actively betraying Jesus. Bestest of friends. He's followed him for 3 years. He's been intimate with him. He's been loved by him. And for whatever reason, you can super spiritualize. It had to be somebody, da 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 da. You can analyze it till you're blue in the face. Ultimately, Judas was betraying Jesus. At the same time, Jesus was speaking in parables. You know what parable he spoke? Parallel to the simultaneous to Judas working behind the scenes. He talked about how forgiveness, he talked about how a king forgave much and someone's forgiven little. And he talked about that in light of the kingdom of God. And those who've been forgiven much love much. They understand, they have an empathy. And those who have only been forgiven a little, they don't have the deep rooted understanding of what it is to treat others with love, respect, and kindness. So, friend, my dreamer friend today, if you've been through a lot, if you find yourself triggered by things that they're so little, it's so little, but out of me comes this huge response because you've dealt with trauma and you've dealt with pain. If that's you, God never wastes pain. When my mom and I talk, that's something that she reminds me of. He never wastes your pain. You're not experiencing pain for the sake of pain. You're just not, right? And so whatever that looks like, something that brings you pain might not bring somebody else pain. Stop comparing. This is your life. And God's put you in it for a reason. And dreamer, He's not going to waste it. And He wants you, instead of turning around and betraying the one who created you, to experience and love, He wants you to grasp. You've been forgiven much, so now it's time to turn that experience around. Offer the hand of forgiveness to someone else and bring the kingdom on earth as it is in heaven. How do we betray? We don't ask for money and then say, here's Jesus. Sometimes we betray in the simplest of ways. We don't even realize we've done it. And one of the ways, this This is a deep one for a Wednesday. Holy cow. Wasn't planning on this. But one of the ways we betray the Creator is by not loving His creation. Is there somebody you need to do business with today? A fellow journeyer on this earth? Maybe it's just loving on those kids a little extra. Maybe it's extending grace to that spouse that is driving you nuts. And I'm not saying lay down and be a doormat, but I'm saying odd little things, right? You guys have been working from home together for a year, and it's about time to be done. Way past time, expiry date, way overdue. I don't know, but how we treat the Creator's creation, our fellow man. I'm talking here. How we create our world to be one of love, one of peace, one of acceptance. How we speak about others in the world. That's a big one for parents because we don't know what's going on in our kids' head until they tell us. But they're watching how you speak. I have been guilty of this one. In my attempt to parent and coach and do well, I've commented about such and such and so in the public eye, and they might be doing something that doesn't sit quite right with me, but then it's simply because of traditional views I've held. And so I've been critical of that. And then here's this kid in my home dealing with the same thing. So automatically, what I've said about so and so in the public eye, that's just an offhanded comment. They're taking it, they're absorbing it, and they're saying, well, that's how she feels about me. And I don't even know they're struggling. How we refer to our fellow men, our fellow created dreamers, shows our faithfulness to the Creator Himself. So I have to look at me. How am I betraying Jesus today? Because the slave that Judas got paid for, it wasn't Jesus. It was himself. And he knew his life wasn't worth living because of it. Your life is worth living. You are valuable. You are special. And you're worth it. You are worth forgiving others. You are worth speaking kindly. You are worth it. So keep dreaming.